Hello and welcome to the Assess Ireland International Rally of the Lakes. We're here in Killarney this weekend for round 4 of the Samdeck Irish Tarmac Rally Championship, where the crews will tackle 14 special stages over the next 2 days. So sit back, relax and enjoy the show.
The Killarney Rally of the Lakes marks round 4 of what has been an intriguing season so far in the Irish Tarmac Rally Championship. The 2-day event will once again take place on world-class stages around Killarney and the stunning Barra Peninsula. Ireland's Keith Cronin and the Welshman Matt Edwards have shared wins in Galway, West Cork and the Circuit of Ireland, and the two Ford Fiesta Rally 2 drivers will continue their championship challenge in Killarney. Josh Moffat, who's third in the championship standings, has opted out. His omission and Cronin and Edwards' limited Killarney experience could well play into the hands of the defending champion, Callum Devine, and his co-driver Noel O'Sullivan.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be a good battle as well, obviously, with Keith and all the boys and stuff. So, no, look, obviously the championship hasn't been great for us this year, so we really do actually get a one here.
It's probably a must-win for Devine, as back-to-back accidents in West Cork and on the Circuit of Ireland have knocked back his championship hopes this season.
So it's been a while since you've done Killarney, I believe 8 years?
Yeah, 16, and I think that before that it could have been another 8 years. And it's our first time going to Beara. I've never done back here before. So, yeah, it might be close to us, but it's a very new rally to us, most of the stages. So, yeah, see how it goes.
Four-time British champion Cronin is yet to win in Killarney, while Edwards, the three-time British champion, will make his Killarney debut on this year's event.
You must be excited.
I am now. Now we've got a car and we've got it working. So, yeah, it's been a bit of a hectic couple of days. And, but we're here and can look forward to it now.
Yeah, thoughts ahead of the weekend now?
We've just got to try and get ourselves comfortable, I think, tomorrow morning. And it's a big thing to go up that stage first thing in the morning. Yeah. First time up it, but everybody's working well together. Tyres are working well. It's just a case of building on that momentum and the confidence. And if you can start, first few corners tomorrow morning will tell us sort of how the confidence is.
The Citroën C3 Rally 2 of Johnny Greer is seeded 4. That's one place ahead of Cathal McCourt. Both are more than capable of top results, while the former champion Declan Boyle, David Kelly and Michael Boyle will look to build on their recent results on national rally events. Reigning modified champion Eddie Doherty is impressed in his first move to Rally 2 machinery, as Elaine spoke to the rally sponsor, Conor Deasy.
Conor, this is your second year involved in such an event. What has this done for your brand?
Oh my God, the brand is recognised now nationally throughout Ireland and across Europe, and we even found pictures of the Assess Ireland Rally of the Lakes jackets down as far as Australia, so it is really fantastic.
Local drivers Conor Murphy and Colin O'Donoghue will be challenging for modified honours. Let's hear from a new addition to the championship sponsors, Napa, and their spokesman, Richard Goulbourne.
Tell us a bit about Napa.
So Napa is a car parts brand, very historic motorsport background in the US and now massive success in the UK. And we're looking now to bring the brand to Ireland, and we feel that this rally, Premier Rally, is where we should start. So we're very, very excited, very proud to be involved with the championship.
Almost 20 historic cars will take on all 14 stages. Alan Ring and Adrian Deasy's BMW M3 will be in the mix, and perhaps the Nova of local man Damien Doolan, who's home from Boston to compete on his home stages.
You're rallying in America, but you come all the way for the Assess Ireland Rally of the Lakes.
Yeah, just the atmosphere and the buzz and everything around here is just second to none, so it'll bring...
You can't get any better stages than the ones here?
No, like Miles Gap in the morning. There's a lot of people behind the barriers that will give you the right hand to go up that stage in the morning, so can't wait.
Now these are stages on day 1, Malls Gap, Healy Pass, Cod's Head, Ardgroom and Kilmacalogue. The opening Malls Gap stage is run once, as is Kilmacalogue. The rest have 2 passes to make up 8 wonderful stages on day 1. And as usual, the lineup of cars snaking up the gap in the early morning gloom is a sight to behold as the spectators at the top of the stage await those starting the stage way back down the mountain. And so to the action. The opening stage saw the Volkswagen Polo crew of Callum Devine and Noel O'Sullivan take the early advantage, finishing the famous Malls Gap test 2.8 seconds faster than Keith Cronin and Mikey Galvin in the Ford Fiesta Rally 2. Before falling behind Cronin on the Healy Pass, Devine struggled to find his usual pace as his hard compound tyres couldn't get up to optimum temperature.
Slowing, fast, 3 left opens, use the road, 100. Fast, 3 left, keep short, 3 right, narrows, 80 up the middle, line of 4 right, okay. 120. Line a square left, a bail inside. And line crest into 3 left. And slide right over crest. 60 down the middle. 4 right continues for 80. Nips a short 3.
Keith Cronin sets off up the gap with Noel O'Sullivan on the notes. By the end of stage 5, Cronin was now leading by 30.2 seconds from Devine.
Yeah, it's a good lead. Definitely wouldn't have been expecting it starting today, but I think we got a good power call for that loop. And everything went well, no moments.
Yeah, and you took 19 seconds off Callum Devine there in our groom.
Yeah, it was a really good run. I definitely wasn't expecting to take that kind of time, but we'll take it.
To be fair to Keith now, he's definitely going hard. There's definitely no excuse for it at that area, but yeah, look, we're going to have to try some more things now going out to these next 3 again. It's hard to know, just obviously with the tyre choice and what the temperature's going to do. So
Matt Edwards and David Moynihan made their Mosgap debut together on stage 1. The lack of experience, though, resulted in a 12.1 second deficit to Devine. The Welshman started to close in on Devine, though, with 2 second fastest times on Healy Pass and on Cod's Head.
Matt, you're 3rd overall, and it's your first time doing the lakes. You must be happy with that.
Yeah, I am, to be honest. Everything's comfortable, and we've had a fast recce now, so hopefully we'll be a bit closer this time. So yeah, they're just fantastic stages. Just take a lot of trust on dry tarmac that I certainly haven't driven on very often. So
I see you have a memory card there from your in-car in your hand. I think you're looking for 19 seconds in that.
Yeah, you're right, and a bit more everywhere else. But yeah, we're going to go and have a look at that now and see if we can find a bit more time. But it's special to be sort of witnessing that, because obviously I know that I've driven that stage well, and then there's 19 seconds somewhere. It's phenomenal, to be fair.
Eddie Doherty and Tom Murphy were 4th overall after 5, some 6 seconds behind Edwards. Doherty continuing to show his promise in his first year in Rally 2 machinery. The defending Irish modified champions switched their Mark II Escort for the up-to-date Fabia R5 and raced it for the first time in the Mayo Stages Rally in March.
Eddie, you're 4th overall after 5 stages. Things are going well so far.
Yeah, things are going well so far. I'm really enjoying it so far. Cod's Head, hard groom. I can't really say much more. It's tight racing. I think Keith's out in front by a massive amount. Even in our groom, he was 10 seconds, and the rest of us are all on the same second. So look, leave him off, and we'll just do our own rally. Yeah,
and you're only 2.3 seconds off a podium.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. We'll keep on keeping the head there now today. There's a long day like tomorrow as well. So looking forward to going back out.
Johnny Greer and Niall Burns held 5th place in the Citroën, but 1 minute and 10 seconds behind Cronin with 3 stages to go on day 1. In 6th place, Enda O'Brien and John Butler in the second of the VW Polo GTI R5s. Cathal McCourt moved up 1 place on the 5th stage to move into 7th place. He was 18.5 seconds behind Enda O'Brien and John Butler. Down 1 place behind Cathal McCourt now, David Kelly and Dean O'Sullivan in the VW Polo, 7.3 seconds behind McCourt now.
60, flat 3 right half long, and do flat 1 left over crest 40, flat 1 right 40 over crest, flat 2 left 100, 2 right half long, push around, and 5 left up into flat 2 right, 60, flat 3 left over the crest, and flat 3 left over the crest again, 60.
Moving up 1 place into 9th on the 5th stage, Declan Boyle and Patrick Walsh in the Citroën C3 Rally 2 car. They were also 2nd in the Citroën C3 Rally 2 trophy class behind Johnny Greer. Down into 10th place, but just 0.02 of a second behind Boyle, the former champion Gary Jennings, with Ger Conway calling the notes, suffering from pop-off valve problems in the Ford Fiesta.
60, middle over crest jump, 60, middle over crest jump, 60, to flat 3 right, okay, 100 over crest jump, 100, stay right, wipe out, 4 left continues in the sudden square left over crest jump with the rock, sucks you in, 40, 2 right, hug, into turn flat, 3 left, okay.
Just outside the top 10, Carl McCarthy and Eric Callan. They stalled at the start and they were 22.3 seconds off Jennings at the end of 5 stages. Michael Boyle was in 12th place overall, 6.6 seconds behind Cal McCarthy in his VW Polo. While David Guest was 13th, along with Jonathan McGrath as his navigator in the Ford Fiesta. Sporting new livery at the start round, Keith Lyons had hope for better luck than retirement after stage 2 in a rally he's been coming to since he was a child.
Dad's been coming down here for years. One of my early memories is probably the gap running in the opposite direction and hanging out in the Glen Eagle. So yeah, every time you get to come down here, it's unbelievable, you know.
Yeah, and I hear you were calling around to the schools there the past couple of days as well.
Yeah, great initiative. We were asked to go, and obviously no problem at all. The kids were gassed, asking great questions and stuff like that. So we decided to bring our car along. We thought it'd be an easier topic to talk about than them asking us all these questions. But no, it was all good fun.
On to the modified or national category, stages 1 to 5. Conor Murphy and Sean Collins led the national class for modified after 2 stages. Their involvement ended, not emerging from stage 3. Second in modified after 2, Colin and Kieran O'Donoghue led class 14 after stage 3. Kieran calling the notes on Moll's Gap as they plunge into Kenmare, but they had to manage with the flailing alternator on the second half of day 1.
Flat 3 right, hug okay, 80, right side, for sharp 3 left in, 40, flat 2 right clip, 100 up the middle, line sharp 4 right, 80, flat 2 left, hug over crest, 100 down the middle, line king 3 left over crest and sharp 3 right.
Colin, you're leading the modifieds with a substantial lead now, so the car is well tuned in by now.
Well tuned in, alright. We'll play around with set up now for the rest of the day, but it's a shame that Conor was gone this morning, so we're kind of in no man's land at the moment.
Sean Moynihan and Padraig O'Donovan from County Cork are in class 12, but they're also second in modified after 5 stages.
Sean Moynihan, you're second overall modified after 5 stages. You must be delighted.
Yeah, I actually didn't even know that. So we're just doing our own thing, having fun, so it's enjoyable. It's probably the driest it's ever been down here, so it's fantastic, yeah.
Chris Armstrong and Matt Kerwin from County Cavan and the Ford Escort were 4th in modified after stage 1 and 7th after stage 2, and that's as far as the County Cavan crew got. A thumbs up from Frank Kelly, together with Lauren Kelly, the County Tyrone pairing in the Ford Escort Mark II, 7th after 5 stages in Nationals, as Lauren calls the notes.
Middle jump 80, middle jump again, then 40, middle jump again, 40, middle jump, 40, middle big jump, 42 right, middle big jump, 42 right, 2 right, 200, 4 left, it tightens to sudden 7 left, 4 left here, it tightens to sudden 7 left, 60, sudden 7 left, 60, 3 right, 5 left over the junction, 3 right, 5 left over the junction.
This is the star Seafoot Darien of local man Vincent O'Shea, along with Owen O'Donoghue, both from County Kerry in the Darien T90. Second after the second stage, they slipped to 3rd and modified after 5. Another local crew, but who failed to finish. They led Class 13 after 3 stages, but their rally ended on stage 4. No look for Dave Slattery and Dennis Coffey in the Mark II.
2 right, 1 left bump and go 2 right 80. Go 2 right 80, right and crest and right and flat crest jump and 2 left jump, 170 up the middle, 2 left jump here, 170 up the middle, you're doing fine. And 3 right after this now, 3 right and 3 left. 3 right, 3 left, 40, and right hand crest, go 60.
Rodney Wilson and Conor McMahon from Cavan and Fermanagh respectively were second in Class 14 after 5 and third overall in the modifieds after 5 stages.
Rodney, it's your first time doing the Rally of the Lakes and you're third overall in the modified.
Yeah, it's a big surprise. Fantastic rally, fantastic stages. Just everything going well for us so far, you know.
Yeah. And how are you finding the stages out there?
Brilliant. I need to go to the gym more, but apart from that, it's brilliant.
Damien Toner and Conor Horgan from Armagh and County Cork were fourth in Class 14 after 5. So we're moving into the final loop of stages on day 1. Service was in Castletown Bear. Then the crews faced Cod's Head, Ardgroom, and the final stage at Kilmacalogue before the Park Fairmay back in Killarney that evening. For Keith Cronin and Mikey Galvin, it's been a story of highs and lows. They took the lead of the rally in the R2 on stage 2 and built up a considerable margin until they picked up a puncture on the penultimate test of the day. They chose to drive through without changing the wheel, but the time lost dropped them to 6th overall on the leaderboard. They were fastest again on the final stage, Kilmacalogue, and they gained 1 place back. But any chance of overall victory, long gone. Devine and local co-driver O'Sullivan set a series of second fastest time to ensure that they actually slipped into the lead when Keith Cronin hit trouble on Saturday's penultimate test.
5 right over bump, 60 right on crest jump and right on crest jump, care sharp 5 left, keep over jump, 170 up the middle, over bumps, care line, bump crest 4 right, keep a 4 left, right on flat crest, go, and a jump, a dip, go, and a short 5 right, over bump, okay, 70 up, care line, short 6 left, up flat crest, and jump 6 left, through the dip, and short fast 4 left, over crest, up, short 3 right up.
Pop-off valve issues cost Matt Edwards more time on Kilmacalogue as he finished his first day rallying in Killarney, 22 seconds off the lead and now 2nd place overall. Eddie Doherty and Tom Murphy completed the Rally of the Lakes opening day in 3rd overall, 13.5 seconds behind Edwards. Doherty was in fine form, continuing to show his promise in his rookie year in Rally 2 machinery. Johnny Greer and Niall Burns held 4th, 32.3 seconds ahead of the charging Cronin, and he was also leading the Citroën Trophy. Enda O'Brien and John Butler are now 6.6 seconds behind Cronin. Steady day for Cathal McCourt and Brian Hoy in their Ford Fiesta. Just 0.16 of a second behind Enda O'Brien. Plenty to play for on day 2 for the pair. Next up, David Kelly and Dean O'Sullivan in the VW Polo. 21.2 seconds back from Cathal McCourt. Second to Greer in the Citroën Trophy were Declan Boyle and Patrick Walsh in their Rally 2. Third in the Citroën C3 Rally 2 Trophy were Cal McCarthy and Eric Callan. Fourth in the Citroën Trophy running, James Ford, the English driver, along with Neil Shanks in their Citroën C3 Rally 2. Fifth, Chris Ford, father of James Ford, just ahead of him up the road. Leading the modifieds is local ace Colin O'Donoghue in the two-wheel drive category. He's got a lead of 2.7 seconds.
2 right over crest and a flat 1 left. past the hedge. It opens. 60 double caution right and crest, 3 left down. Watch it. 130 up the middle over bumps, line sharp, 3 left up, narrow, 40, line 3 right over crest, and flat 1 right, and 1 right past the fence, 130, into crest, into chicane.
Class 12 driver Sean Moynihan is flying in second after early modified leader Colin Murphy retired out of stage 3, and Chris Armstrong hit mechanical problems shortly afterwards. Vincent O'Shea rounded up the top 3 positions in his Darien T90, 13.9 seconds ahead of McAvoy Motorsport modified Irish Tarmac Championship leader Damien Toner. Frank and Lauren Kelly completed their mission of a clean run through Saturday's stages. Their Ford Escort Mark II lies 12.9 seconds behind the championship rival Toner, ahead of Sunday's action.
250 up the middle, 2 right, 1 left, 60, 2 left, 2 right, 1 left, 60, 2 left, 60 again. 2 right, 1 left, 60, 2 left, 60 again, 3 right, 60, 3 right, into 3 left, 3 right, into 3 left, on 3 right, on 2 left, 3 right, on 2 left, 60, 2 right, 60 again, 2 right, 60 again, 4 right, 4 right, 60, 4 right, 60, 2 left, 40, 2 left, 40, 2 right, 2, 1 left, front line, 130.
Fifth, Dennis Hickey and Ona Leary, the local crew in the Ford Escort Mark II. Rodney Wilson and Conor McMahon, second in modified at 1 point, failed to finish, going out on stage 8 in the Mark II Escort. 8.6 seconds separates Killarney's top 3 Rally 4 crews after an intense day of front-wheel drive action. The Ford Fiesta R4 of Ryan McHugh slipped at the class lead with the fastest time on Saturday's penultimate Ardgroom test and ended the day with a 4.3 second overnight advantage from Keelan Grogan and Ayrton Sherlock from Limerick and Galway respectively in the Peugeot 208 Rally 4. Eoin Lloyd was the initial Rally 4 pace setter, winning the opening 2 stages. Lloyd got back on top in stage 4 as he faced competition for top spot from Grogan and McHugh, and he finished the day third, a further 4.3 seconds back. Cian Caldwell jumped into the lead on stage 3 of the class in Cod's Head when 0.8 seconds covered the top 4 crews. He and Liam Egan were fourth though overnight. Third at 1 point after stages 1 and 3, Colin McBride and Dara Mullen from County Donegal were now fifth overnight. Matthew Boyle, son of Declan Boyle, 7th, along with Gary Byrne in the Peugeot 208. Just outside the top 10 in class, Callum Gaffin and Mark McGeehan from Antrim and County Derry in the Peugeot 208 Rally 4.
200 now, flat jump at 80, the flat jump at the sign, and crest jump past the rock, watch it, care maneuver jump, 80, the short 4 right, come on, 80.
Aaron Brown and Derry Long from County Cork were 9th overnight, but they didn't start day 2. Here's an interesting driver, seen many a time racing Ferraris across Europe. He's making his rally debut, Paddy Shovlin and John McKay.
Paddy, you're a very highly experienced racetrack driver, and I hear this is your first ever Rally of the Lakes tarmac event. First rally.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a baptism of fire, to be honest with you, because the first time I've ever, in fact, seen the car was when I got into it for the stage this morning. But yeah, it's been great.
And what are the differences you see now between track racing? Of course, you have a co-driver now in with you for this event.
It's like apples and oranges. They're two completely different things. Because obviously in a track you have to rely on yourself, and in a rally you're completely reliant on the co-driver. The co-driver is more important than the driver.
Lucky you have a highly experienced co-driver with you in John McKay.
John McKay, he's fantastic, yeah. He knows exactly what he's doing, so he's holding my hand all the way along. Just as well, because I've no clue what I'm doing.
We're at the fan-friendly area of Hennell's Bar on the final stage, Kilmacalogue, where we now took a look at the historic battle. Marianne Evans and Anthony O'Sullivan have a 4.4 second lead in the Rally of the Lakes historic category. The Welshman jumped into the lead with a stunning time on stage 7 in his Ford Escort RS 1800. Alan Ring had been leading the category in his BMW M3, but had to be content with finishing day 1 in second place. A brace of fastest times on Killarney's opening loop gave Fergus O'Mara an early 3.7 seconds category lead, but slipped back through the day to end the first day 9.9 seconds off Evans' pace. Ray Breen was up to fourth in historics.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Sharp medium left and sharp medium right, 100. Fast right, 150. To turn square left bail inside. Turn square left bail inside. And caution crest and medium left minus don't cut. Medium left minus don't cut. 80.
A long history with the club is the chairman, Tommy Randalls, and Noel O'Sullivan, both of whom are sporting significant numbers on their escorts.
We have two very special competitors here from Killarney and District Motor Club, Tommy Randalls and Noel O'Sullivan. Tommy, you have a very special number on the door this weekend. Tell me about it.
I was born in 1962 and I'm 62 and they gave me a 62.
The way you're driving, I'd say you don't look 62 anyway.
Well, we're enjoying it. We're enjoying it anyway. It's going well at the moment, yeah. It's actually an extremely special weekend. However special it is for me, it's much more special for Noel here because Noel, I remember watching Noel the very first Rally of the Lakes in 1979 in his Datsun that time. And Noel is the father of 3 times, going for 3 times winner, young Noel Jr., who's very successful as a co-driver. Well, hopefully they'll get the 3 in a row, which is very, very special to have a club navigator doing that.
And Noel, your 40th event, you started in 1979, some achievement.
So yeah, I did the first Rally of the Lakes in 79, yeah, and this is my 40th. So I'm really thankful to get number 40 in the door. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And of course, Noel Jr. is leading the rally.
He's leading the rally. That's fantastic altogether. So if the two of us can finish, better again.
So the top 5 overall after day 1, it is Callum Devine who leads from Matt Edwards. Doherty's in a brilliant 3rd place ahead of Johnny Greer. And Keith Cronin down in 5th place after that puncture. Join us shortly for day 2 of this year's Killarney Rally of the Lakes. Welcome back to Killarney for day 2 of the Assess Ireland Killarney International Rally of the Lakes. Day 1 was marked by the puncture of the leader Keith Cronin, which dropped his Fiesta from 1st to 5th, and by his own admission cost him any chance of winning this year's event. Defending Killarney champion Callum Devine held a 14.4 second overnight lead in the polo from the Welshman Matt Edwards, who had a pop-off valve problem on day 1, with Eddie Doherty and Tom Murphy in a surprise 3rd in the Skoda, chasing their first Irish Tarmac podium finish. 6 stages to be run then on the second day, 14 in all. Who will take home the prize on day 2 of the Killarney Rally of the Lakes? As the remaining cars and crews in this year's Killarney Rally of the Lakes prepared to see action in day 2, and the fans availing of every single vantage point for the first loop of 3 stages. Callum Devine took another 1 second advantage over Gorton and Gann first time around. His lead now 15.3 seconds from Edwards after stage 9. After stage 10 the gap was 15.5 seconds, while after the 3rd stage of day 2 the gap stood at 13.3 seconds. Devine, looking for his 3rd straight win at the Lakes, was keeping the Fiesta at bay in his VW Polo.
4 left up, okay, 50, sharp of 4 right, jumpy, flat crest, into 6 right, go 150, middle over crest into chicane, right entry, 4.
Edwards, a 3-time British champion, has been waiting a number of years to get the budget together to compete in the Irish Tarmac Series. The Welshman was showing that he could mix it with the best the Irish could throw at the well-liked visiting driver, having won the recent Circuit of Ireland. 3rd place was still held by the surprise of the rally, the Skoda Fabia of Eddie Doherty and Tom Murphy, 39.7 seconds off 2nd place Edwards. Keith Cronin was now up to 4th in the 2nd of the Fiesta Orchard cars. The 4-time British Rally champion has had to put Saturday's puncture behind him and pick up as many championship points as he could with 3 stages remaining. Johnny Greer couldn't hold off Cronin, who won all 3 of the morning tests on day 2, as his Citroën was now 5th. Still leading the Citroën Trophy, however, for which decent prize money is on offer for the top Citroën driver at individual events and for the overall season. Cathal McCourt got to the end of stage 11 in 6th place. However, that was that for McCourt, as he retired his Fiesta before the final loop of 3 stages. David Kelly and Dean O'Sullivan moved into 7th at the end of 11.5 seconds off McCourt in 6th position. The VW pair, however, would inherit McCourt's position as he decided not to run over the remaining 3 tests.
Fast 4 right, 50, 4 right, and flat 3 left, into flat 1 right, 60, 1 right, and do 3 left, plus over crest, 80 up mid, flat 2 right, plus over crest, 50 up, slowing 2 left over crest, and southern 4 right down, 40.
Enda O'Brien and John Butler now slipped to 8th, passed by Kelly on stage 11, and was now 6.4 seconds off Kelly with 3 stages remaining. Declan Boyle remained in 9th place, steady rather than spectacular from the former Irish champion. In his Citroën, he remained 2nd to Greer in the Citroën Trophy chase. The top 10 was rounded out by Michael Boyle, who had moved steadily through the leaderboard and was now 36.4 seconds behind the father Declan, with 3 tests remaining. Another former Tarmac champion is Gary Jennings, and he and Ger Conway were 10th after 10 in their Fiesta, but issues on stage 11 forced their retirement. Another to suffer woes on stage 11 were Cal McCarthy and Eric Gallen. Their Citroën didn't get to the finish of the event, ending on stage 11, like Jennings before them. As a result of the retirements ahead of them, the O'Donoghue pairing of Colin and Kieran were now up to 14th overall, as the Mark II led the modified or national class with 3 stages remaining.
Caution, crest, braking over 60, for crest, 4 right, 60, into turn, square right, drive it, be tidy. Very long, flat 2 left, 80. Flat 1 right, 200, line, late 4 right, at the yellow, it opens, push out of it, 150 down the middle.
Sean Moynihan and Porrick O'Donoghue were 2nd in modified in their Class 12 Ford Escort RS, and now also into the top 20 in the overall leaderboard. Damien Toner and Kevin Horgan were 3rd in modified after 11 in the Ford Escort. They couldn't relax as Frank and Lauren Kelly were only 5.9 seconds in arrears. So could the Kelly duo get themselves onto the podium over the remaining 3 stages? It's been a great run from 13th in class at one stage to 4th in modified after 11.
Frank, you're selling fantastic merchandise. They keep the wheels burning this weekend.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of wheels burning, so we need as many tyres as we can get, and everybody gives us fantastic support, it has to be said. And Rosemary here's running the whole team.
And you're having a fantastic run this weekend. There's only a few seconds separating yourself, and 3rd overall in the modified.
We've had a bit of a fight back. We struggled yesterday morning, confidence and wrong tyres and Mall's gap. That's all I have to say, Mall's gap. But today's been great. We started off really well this morning. We're trying to keep a push on and try not to do anything stupid, just keep Psycho Frank the right side of Psycho.
Let's have a look at the juniors now for the first time. And all 12 crews were entered into this year's event in Killarney, and they rallied on the Sunday only from stages 9 to 14.
Juniors are where the sport is actually born, so you need to get these fellas up and running and get them out on the road and get them going. And you know, it's a pleasure to be behind the juniors.
Yeah, so, of course, you have Kyle, J1 on the road, and you have Aaron as well out in the new car this weekend.
Yeah, Kyle is J1 on the road, and he's going out in the first stage now as we speak, so we're looking forward to see how he gets on. And he's a good lad, but there's a good bit of competition there today, and it's good to see that there's 13 junior cars there out today.
Hi Louise, it's your first ever event. You must be excited to be starting the Rally of the Lakes.
Yeah, no, I'm very, very excited. All set and ready to go, and good team behind me, so I'm quite lucky.
And how did you get into rallying?
Through my uncles. My uncle Sydney used to do it early 2000s, and that's where I went from there, yeah.
Ronan Dorian and Kyle McDade from County Donegal were 3rd in juniors after the opening stage, but they moved into the lead on stage 2, and by the end of 3 the pair led by 34.3 seconds in the Civic. Another Civic in 2nd place were Conor Brown and Alan White, losing the lead on stage 2 to Ronan Dorian. Barry McIntyre and Brian Keohane were 3rd in juniors, only 1.7 seconds off 3rd place with 3 stages to go. The battle for 2nd was on. Before we see who came out on top in all the class battles, let's have a look at some of the best action from down the field and the Killarney and District Motor Club members. To the classes now, and delighted to take fourth in Class 9 on his 40th Rally of the Lakes was Noel O'Sullivan with co-driver Nicholas Burke. Taking the class win, Lloyd Hutchinson and Kevin Flanagan in the Austin Mini Cooper. Class 10 winners, Frank Hurley and Adrian Phelan in the Ford Escort. Class 11F went to Darren Young and Paul Lawler in the Honda Civic, a win in the class for the local crew. The Kerry Cork combination of Robert Moran and Kevin Fuller in the Ford Escort won Class 11R. Class 13 went to Anthony Cullinan and Liam Dennehy from County Cork in their Ford Escort. Class 20 victors Sean O'Carroll and Niall O'Sullivan from County Tipperary in their 4x4 Ford Escort. Class 22 winners Robert Leach and David Murphy from Wexford in the Proton Satria. Class 24, 224, Dennis Moynihan and Martin O'Brien from Cork in their R5 Fiesta. Class RC3 went to car number 22, Brendan Comiskey and Arthur Kearns, the Monaghan pairing in a Ford Fiesta. In the Rally 4 class, Keane Caldwell and Liam Egan led after 3, but they didn't finish the last 3 stages. Third then, Ryan McHugh and Declan Boyle from County Donegal in their Ford Fiesta. Second in Rally 4, Keelan Grogan and Ayrton Sherlock from Limerick and Galway respectively in the 208. Ian Lloyd and Sion Williams from Wales took over the lead on stage 9 and never relinquished it, taking home the Rally 4 win in their Peugeot 208. Third in the juniors, Keith O'Connor and Niall Myers from Kerry in the Honda Civic. Second, taking maximum championship points, Barry McIntyre and Barry Keohan from County Cork in a Civic. Well, after the leaders Brown and White dropped to 10th place on the penultimate stage, the winners Ronan Dorian and Kyle McDade from County Donegal in their Honda Civic.
We had a good spin all day, to be fair. We were out of the blocks quick this morning and we had 4 good stages today. There had no problems all day. And Kay, that's his first time sitting on to me, so we had a good spin all day. Can't complain.
On to historics, Marion Evans and Anthony Sullivan led in the Ford Escort Mark II after 9 stages, but that was the end of their involvement. In third place, Fergus O'Mara and Declan Casey in the Ford Escort Mark II, 13.6 seconds off second place. A great run through to second place in the Historics. Ray Breen and Damien Morrissey in the Subaru Legacy RS, 49.6 seconds off the overall winners. Alan Ring and Adrian Deasy in the BMW M3. Fine run from Ring and Deasy to take victory in the Historic section.
The winner of the Historic Rally.
Yeah, no, it was a tough battle. The two boys put us in the press yesterday. I mean, all three of us had fastest times yesterday. This morning was very, very tight with Marion. Like, unfortunately, he went off, but we've all had events where we've gone off and hit walls and knock walls, so that's what goes round comes round.
In the modified section, club chairman Tommy Randall's delighted with yet another finish on his home rally in the Mark II. In 8th place, Kevin Kelleher and Thomas Ryan from County Cork and Clare respectively in their Mark II that keeps them in the running for the modified championship. In 7th place, Edward O'Callaghan and Ella Ryan in the Ford Escort. 6th, Dennis Hickey and Ola Leary, the local crew, in the Ford Escort Mark II. 5th were Frank and Lauren Kelly from County Tyrone. They were lucky when they went straight into a wall, having lost control of the car into a right-hander. That held up Damien Toner and Kevin Horgan just behind them in another Ford Escort. Kelly's car veered off the road. Toner, though, took the time to make sure that the County Tyrone pair were okay. 4th, Vincent O'Shea and Owen O'Donoghue, another local crew, in the Darien T90. 3rd, Damien Toner and Kevin Horgan in the Ford Escort. 2nd, Sean Moynihan from County Cork in the RS Ford Escort. And the winners of modified, the O'Donoghues from County Kerry, keeping it local in the Ford Escort Mark II.
In the flat press, 100. Flat 2 right. We're not there yet.
They win the John Bolan Cup for the best all Kerry crew, and most importantly, I think to these guys is because Kieran is a great friend of the late Johnny Hickey. They will win the Johnny Hickey Memorial Trophy.
Yeah, absolutely thrilled. It has been a long time coming since our accident here in 22, and it's nice to pull it off now this year. Long, stressful weekend, mixed emotions, and it's nice to get it done for Kieran with the Johnny Hickey Cup.
Yeah, special prize for you as well this weekend, Kieran.
It is, yeah. In fairness, it's a big one to win for us locally. Johnny was brilliant to all of us growing up with rallying all along, so it's just nice to have the name on it.
In the overall standings, sadly, Michael Boyle and Patrick McCrudden didn't get to the finish in the VW Polo. 10th place overall, David Guest and Jonathan McGrath in the Ford Fiesta. In 9th, James Ford and Neil Shanks from the UK in the Citroën C3 Rally 2. 9th place, moving up a couple of places indeed in the last 3 stages, Declan Boyle and Patrick Walsh in the Citroën C3 Rally 2. 7th, Enda O'Brien and John Butler from County Kilkenny in the VW Polo. 6th place, David Kelly and Dean O'Sullivan from County Donegal in the VW Polo. Into the top 5 we go, and holding on to 5th place in the last 3 stages, Jonathan Greer and Niall Burns in the Citroën C3 Rally 2 car, which wins the Citroën Trophy and the all-important check. 4th, as expected, Cronin was on a different league over most of Killarney's 14 stages. The Ballylickey driver won a total of 10 stages and continued to show his world-class talent after Saturday's rally-defining puncture. In 3rd place, an impressive first podium for the Skoda Fabia of the former modified champions Eddie Doherty and Tom Murphy. Matt Edwards finished in 2nd place on the Ford Fiesta, adding to his win on the Circuit of Ireland Rally and keeping him in championship contention. Up ahead, Callum Devine and Noel O'Sullivan recorded their third Killarney victory in a row with a winning margin of 7.9 seconds. The reigning Irish Tarmac champions started Sunday stages with a 14.4 second lead over Matt Edwards and David Moynihan, and in the end they won it by 7.9. That's win number 3 in Killarney for the Devine O'Sullivan combination.
Any faster?
6, 7, 8 faster. Well done, broski.
Hasn't really sunk in yet, so it hasn't, but fantastic. And absolutely delighted for Noel. Noel's a Killarney man here, so yeah, people don't probably see the job he puts in to make this all happen, like, as well, and it's a big credit to him. It wouldn't have been possible, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a dream come true to win it once, but to do a 3 in a row here in your local town, it's something special, you know.
Co-driver Noel O'Sullivan.
Ultimately, the time up the gap probably cost us, but in hindsight, I approached it the right way. If I'd have gone and tried to do something special up there, it could have been very differently, considering how specialist that stage is. But some experience to do these stages, and to have the push we did today, and keep it all in one piece, and challenge in the end was, it's very special, and it's a boost of confidence again that we've come and somewhere that we don't know, no prior experience, and been competitive. And big thanks to Dave as well, and Pirelli, C&M Motorsport. It's something to be part of this championship.
Eddie, what a weekend, taking third overall here at the International Rally of the Lakes.
Yeah, no, it's been absolutely amazing. From the word go, I think from once we even got the third quickest up the gap, it's all been kind of positive for us. Absolutely delighted for everyone, for all the family that's here, Tom. It's been a great team effort, and look, let's see what happens next.
So these are the official results then. Devine wins ahead of Edwards, Doherty, Cronin and Greer. In the championship, Keith Cronin leads ahead of Matt Edwards, Callum Devine, Josh Moffat slips to 4th, David Kelly's in 5th.
Cormac Casey, clerk of the course of the Assess Ireland Rally of the Lakes. Congratulations on a very successful event.
Thank you. We're absolutely delighted with the outcome. Fantastic event, fantastic weekend. The weather was shining down on us, and great again to have Noel O'Sullivan on the podium. Absolutely fantastic. So yeah, we're just winning all around this weekend.
That's it here from the Assess Ireland International Rally of the Lakes. Congratulations to Callum Devine and Noel O'Sullivan on taking the overall victory and making it 3 in a row. From me, Elaine, and all the team on the Limb Sports, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
And for those of you watching on YouTube, we'll leave you now with some more action from further down the field at this year's Assess Ireland International Rally of the Lakes.